came from far away. Someone or something traveled a long distance to arrive here. Came a long way.
멀리서 왔다.
The wood for the house came from far away. A small hole in the ground. At some place on the ground, a tiny opening or cavity. A tiny hole in the ground.
땅에 난 작은 구멍.
There was a small hole in the ground. A door in the floor. A door that is built into the floor, often leading to a basement, cellar, or hidden space. A trap door.
바닥에 난 문.
They went inside through a door in the floor. A ladder to go down. A ladder that you use when you want to move downward to a lower level, like from a trap door to a basement. A ladder that goes down.
아래로 내려가는 사다리.
They used a ladder to go down. Sun and rain took the paint away. Weather, sunlight, and rainfall caused the paint to disappear or wear off. The weather wore the paint off.
햇볕과 비 때문에 페인트가 벗겨졌다.
The house was painted before, but the sun and rain took the paint away. Was gray like everything else. It used to be gray, just like all the other things around it. Was gray all around.
다른 모든 것처럼 회색이었다.
Now the house was gray like everything else. Sat on the step. Someone rested by sitting on a single stair or step. Sat down on the step.
계단에 앉았다.
Uncle Henry sat on the step and looked at the sky. Was grayer than before. It became more gray than earlier. Looked grayer than before.
전보다 더 회색이었다.
The sky was grayer than before. Stood at the door. Someone was standing in front of a door, not sitting or moving. Stood at the entrance.
문 앞에 서 있었다.
Dorothy stood at the door with Toto and looked at the sky too. Moved in waves. Something was moving up and down or back and forth like waves in water. Rippled.
물결치듯 흔들렸다. 움직였다.
The grass moved in waves because a storm was coming. As the storm came. At the same time that the storm arrived or began. When the storm arrived,
폭풍이 몰려올 때
they heard the wind making a low sound in the north and saw the grass moving as the storm came. A sharp whistling. A loud, high-pitched sound made like a whistle, often sudden or piercing. A high-pitched whistling.
날카로운 휘파람 소리.
Then a sharp whistling came from the south, and they saw the grass moving there too. Went after her aunt. She followed her aunt or tried to catch up with her. Followed her aunt.
그녀는 이모, 고모를 뒤따라갔다. 뒤쫓아갔다.
Dorothy caught Toto and went after her aunt. Fell down on the floor. Someone lost balance or collapsed and ended up on the floor. Fell to the floor.
바닥에 넘어졌다.
Dorothy fell down on the floor. Turned around 3 times. Someone rotated their body in a circle 3 times. Spun around 3 times.
3번 빙글 돌았다.
The house turned around 2 or 3 times. Went up into the air. Something rose or moved upward off the ground into the space above. Rose into the air.
공중으로 솟아올랐다.
Then it went up into the air. Moved far away like a feather. Something went or drifted a long distance, lightly and without control, just as a feather floats away in the wind. Drifted away.
깃털처럼 멀리 날아갔다.
It moved far away like a feather. Turned around and tipped a lot. Something like an object, chair, or person rotating and then leaning or almost falling many times. Kept spinning around and tipping.
빙글 돌고 여러 번 기울어졌다.
At first, the house turned around and tipped a lot. Strong air kept him from falling. Strong wind or air pressure stopped him from losing balance so he didn't fall. The wind held him up.
강한 바람이 그가 떨어지지 않게 해줬다.
But the strong air kept him from falling. Waited to see what would happen next. Stayed and did nothing for a while to find out what would happen next. Hung around to see what would happen next.
다음에 무슨 일이 일어날지 지켜봤다.
She stopped worrying and waited to see what would happen next. Crawled to her bed and lay down. She moved on her hands and knees to her bed and then got into a lying position. Crawled into bed.
침대로 기어가서 누웠다.
At last, she crawled to her bed and lay down. Lay beside her. Someone or something was lying down next to her. Was lying next to her.
그녀 옆에 누워 있었다.
Toto came and lay beside her. Closed her eyes and went to sleep. She shut her eyes and began sleeping. Shut her eyes and fell asleep.
눈을 감고 잠이 들었다.
But Dorothy closed her eyes and went to sleep.